to the Director of Football, Journeyman. Today we take on Puskás Akademika, and we're going to go through the transfers that we've made between the last game and this game. As you can see, we do have two important players that are going to miss the Puskás game today. Fernandez is suspended, Kleber's out with a pulled hamstring. Just happened. Like yesterday, I think. He's just come out, just been injured in training yesterday. Yeah, I don't know why I had such a hard time saying that. As you can see, third in the league, 5 games, one defeat. So you could probably guess whomst that defeat was against. But since we're here, we played against Budapest Honvéd. We should probably go through the transfers first because we've had goal scorers. Those two lads still not here yet. They're going to be arriving in January, as we said. Transfer wise, the last person you would have seen come in was Semenov. Then we brought in another centre back from Spartak Moscow. His name is Nagorny. He looks pretty good, very brave, quite good acceleration. He's probably better than what we have. So he's played a couple of games. He's played 5. He's only started once. I've kind of kept with the players that got us up, and I've given him chances when the chances have been available to be given. Then we also signed Soisalo, who is a Finnish right winger, ex-international. It's not an international anymore. Used to play for Bora, which is interesting. Significantly better than anything we have on the right. He's a pretty good all-rounder. Yeah, he's acceptable. First touch isn't great. Other than that, everything's double figures. It's 11 or better. So I'll take that. He's not going to get any better. He is 27, as I said. Very, very old. The Director of Football then decided to do something very interesting. So we'll get to that in a second. You've probably seen it if you're looking at the outs. But we brought in Volkov, who's a left winger. Very agile. Quite good at dribbling. His physicals are okay. Strength is not great. And he's got terrible balance. But all in all, acceptable, I would say. His crossing is terrible for a winger. So, and he's 20, so he's not going to get a whole lot better. He came from Ural. He's played 4 games so far. Tomasz Kiss has been a bit up or down. He's not been great so far. And then we signed Silva, because we didn't have another left back. He's got fantastic first touch. Very good at accelerating. Decent natural fitness. And good pace. So the guy will run for days. But he's not strong. I was going to say short. He's not that short. He's 5'10". Off the ball isn't great. His crossing is not great. But at least we have a backup left back. We have I think we've 3 left backs, but we have 2 left backs because I'm not so sure about Kovic. So this is why he decided to send Milshon out on loan to Budapest Honvéd, a divisional rival, when he was going to be a starter. Milshon wasn't necessarily a starter, but there was a good chance he was going to get significantly more games this year. He started the first game of the season and then went straight out on loan to Budapest Honvéd, who have not played him. He's played a couple of games in the under-19s, but I don't understand. I do not understand what he has against Milshon. Other than that, then we had a couple of players go out on loan. Again, Budapest Honvéd took a shit ton of our players. Then we sold Alexievich, who we brought in last year, for a bit of a loss, a 10k loss. He only played 3 games. I don't think he's that good. He's gone off to... He's played 7 games and scored twice. So I think he's quite happy with that, probably. Staniev went out on loan to a Polish side in their top division. He really dropped off last season. I actually, at one point, forgot he played for us. So it was probably best that he left. I was hoping he'd leave permanently. Clubs only came in for him on loan, so he went away on a hopefully a permanent basis, but as it is right now, just on loan. Another player we brought in last season, Zulcic, paid 55k for him, a 33k loss. He's gone to another divisional rival, and he's played twice and he's been meh so far. So I'm happy that we've kind of broken even on him, because he was a player of ours before. We sold him after we bought him and then sold him. I made a 33k profit. This time we made a 33k loss. Technically we've broke even. And then DM Chalet has gone off to as SZ EOL in the under 19s division. He's playing games. Can't ask for much more than that. Now we can actually look at the results, and you'll be able to see, and you'll say, oh, okay, I know who this person is, rather than looking at it and going, what the fuck is this guy? So the Mask and Soisalo scored against Budapest Honvéd. Then we played against Ferencvárosi. Nearly 20,000 people showed up to the game, and we were outclassed. We didn't get going fast enough, and after 20 minutes the game was over, and they just kind of sat back, let us run around, and we just were chasing shadows for the majority of the game. They just didn't bother scoring again, which was nice of them, I suppose. Then we played against MTK Budapest, and they took the lead. I had a mini heart attack, thought, shit, we're going to get destroyed. Got angry with the players, and then we went 5-1 up, and I made a couple of substitutions, and then they scored 2 late goals, which gave me another heart attack. But 5-3, we still won. Then we beat Kisvarda 2-1. Clever and Lorenzi scoring. Biro managed to get a consolation for them. Then against Diuk Sakori, 2-0. Giorgio Tot and Alex Borzi. Borzi finally got his first goal. He's decided he wanted to score a goal, and he did. Then the cup game that I said we were originally going to come back for. We beat BKV Elore 4-0. Tamas Kiss. Argel Lane got 2 goals in this game. 2. So that's 3 goals in 4 games. Yeah, because the Mask was injured for a while. So he's been pretty much playing up front since the Kisvarda game. He started all 3 games up front, and he's managed to score 3 goals. 2 of those goals came against a 4th division side, but still, we play a 4th division side in the next leg. You might remember them from last season, Baldorsh. So I'm hoping that we can just walk past them, because we have to Brescia the game after them, and I don't really want to be going into that game hoping for, if we go, we'll worry about Pushkash now, because that's the important thing. As you saw, and as I said, we are currently sitting 3rd in the league. We have a nice 5-point cushion over Pushkash Akademika, 1 point behind Ferencvárosi, and 3 behind Videoton, who still have not dropped a point yet this year. Also, I think they've only conceded 1 goal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they've only conceded a goal to MTK Budapest. So we conceded 2 against them. We do have slight injury issues at the moment as well. As I said, Fernandez is suspended. Fugete is just coming back from an injury he's had, so he's only going to be able to play 45 minutes. We're just not going to risk him. And Clever is out for 3 weeks. The Mask can only play 40 or 75 minutes, so he's going to sit this one on the bench. Gabriel Henrique, who was originally supposed to start the cup game in goal, picked up an injury the day before the game, so Borsai started and kept a clean sheet. Yeah, kept a clean sheet. That being said, this is the team we're putting out there today. We have Polyak in goal, Donjierski and Kirko Babic as our wingbacks, Tot and Negori as our centre-backs, Mazanetto and Furgish, which is very interesting, seeing as we had the same central midfield partnership for a year that played pretty much every game. this is the partnership that starts today. Soisalo and Volkov as our wide men, with the Lorenzi in behind Argelayan, because Argelayan's been scoring goals. Originally the mask was going to start this game, and then I decided, you know what, it's probably best if we don't, because I don't want him to injure himself more. So we're just gonna not risk him. We'll see how Argelayan gets on. He started scoring goals. Maybe this is where he becomes the striker that I hoped he'd be last year. And after 5 minutes in, first highlight, Dungierski. It's not much on the header, but nobody decided to go after it. The Puskás striker just puts it wide. It's been a very back and forth game so far. Mazzaneto. Oh no, it wasn't Mazzaneto. Oh, I thought that was going in. That was a bit interesting to say the least. It was very little time to see what was actually going on there. Volkov picks up the loose ball and wins us another corner. So it's our third corner in 7 minutes. Lorenzi takes it. Nagomi just balloons it. That wasn't the best corner. So we've had a few highlights so far, but nothing is happening now. Just definitely not what I was expecting. Asked for a bit of passion. Mazzaneto was pissed off. January, Mazzaneto, I think, is officially going to be losing his position as a bench warmer. With that Danish guy. Is he Danish? I think he's Danish. With him coming in, I think he's going to be the one that takes the spot on the bench, and Nagomi heads it straight at the keeper. We've had 13 shots, 5 on target, and we just don't seem to have the killer instinct that Puskás Akademika have in terms of attacking. Alright lads, come on. I know we're away, but still. They're playing with an inverted wing back at left back. I want more. I want to see more. Give me more. Alright, it's going to passionately ask the lads, or tell the lads to do stuff. Tell them I have faith. Blah blah blah. Yeah. What I might do is after like the hour, if nothing's happening, I might move Argelayan to the left and bring the mask on up front. And again, the long draw. I have specifically set up long draws. I do think that they cause chaos, and that's what I enjoy, watching chaos in the box. Soisalo! The ex-Finnish international just bombs it into the back of the net. And he took it on his right foot as well. You might remember the mask wanted to leave because I think it was Rostov that offered a deal for him. And then he got injured just before deadline. Argelayan! Oh! Just before deadline day. Or no, it was on deadline day actually. We had, I think, 12 clubs offered to buy him. And the director of football said no to all of them because they wanted to keep him around. Which is fair enough. But then I had a very angry footballer telling me that he wanted to leave. And I was doing everything I could to talk him out of it. A bit like Loki Doki with his centre-back in Croatia. He was having none of it. He was like, no, please leave. And I was humming and hawing. I was like, well, there's not much I can do about it. I'm not the one in charge. And he eventually turned around the day the transfer window, like just after the transfer window closed, and went, yeah, I'm grand. Yeah, I'm fine. Cheers. And the director of football offered him a new contract and he took it. So now he's on 1,300 or 1,900? 1,900 per week. And he's happy out. So I'm not going to complain. I have our best player is back being happy to play for us, which is something I wasn't expecting to be able to say not too long ago. Arglane really has not had a good game, so we'll put the mask up front for the final 10 minutes. Bring Tamas Kiss on the left and see if we can do something with that. Dundierski. Teddy, what are you doing? Oh, it hits one of the Pushkash defenders and goes out for a corner, our 19th corner. Boy, that's a lot of corners. Lorenzi doesn't find anybody. Mazzanetto whips it back across. Lorenzi! Oh, the mask isn't having a great game up front either. This is what I would say it's his first game since he picked up that injury. It's not. He went and played for Hungary. They decided to call him up even though he was very injured. I think he had some abdominal muscle tear or something. But they called him up and played him for 75 minutes, and I couldn't not let him be called up because it was a competitive game. So much fun. Lorenzi, you created many chances. 5 key passes, perfect. Right, when are we going to come back? That's actually our first draw this season. I didn't realise. Drop points. Where do we sit in the league now? Alright, we're still third. Okay, so the two big boys haven't played yet. I hope Budapest Honvéd get relegated, because it was because of them we ended up getting relegated, and I hold a grudge. Boy, do I hold a grudge. I think we come back for Depression, Budapest Honvéd. Come back for these two, an away game against Depression, a home game against Budapest Honvéd. I think that'd be. Yeah, I think that would be a good time to come back actually, because then we can. Oh, you don't get the January break in the top division. And the transfer window opens 9 days before the Pushkash game. Yeah, the way they do this league is, well, not necessarily the league, but the transfer window is interesting. The fact we basically have December and January off is nice. We have a huge gap. We have an entire month between these two games, so plenty of friendlies. Yay! So yeah, like I said, Depression, Budapest Honvéd for the next episode. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Go down to the description below and have a look at some of the links I've left in there for different content creators who I think deserve your follow or subscription depending on whatever they're doing. Some of them are Twitch, some are YouTube. Just throw a like on any of their videos, or a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, hit bells and the whatnot. Make everyone super duper happy, and I will see you tomorrow for more daily Football Manager content. Bye.